spotlight.
Yeah, this has been good.
It has been.
It's been a good day.
We are enjoying the sights and sounds of some beautiful places around town, and we're lucky to be here.
That's right, and we're doing a best of show for a couple of reasons. One of those is so we don't have to do any more stories this week, and another one is so that we can look back at some of our favorite things that we've done throughout the last year and a half.
We've had so much fun, and it was our opportunity not just Mike and I to pick some of our favorite episodes,
yes,
and some of our favorite segments, but also our team. But yeah, we're gonna go first, if that's okay, right?
For once the crew gets their say.
Yes.
Which they always do anyways. But yeah, let's get started. This one I like for about 7 reasons, but it brings you back to summer. It brings you back to when it's warm and it just feels good outside,
yes,
right?
It most certainly does, and it's one of my favorites because it's about one of my favorite people. My daughter Sabina and I got to spend a day at the Canfield Fair when she was just about, what, 2, 3 years old?
It was her first one.
Yeah, it was her first one, and John, who's on our team, he accompanied us, and so this is the reason why it is my favorite of this year. First things first, if we are going to share the fair from the perspective of a 4-year-old, one must start with the GoPro 4K camera. From the eyes of a 4-year-old. Sabina, where are we off to?
The Canfield Fair.
Are you excited? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Scale of 1 to 10.
Mom, do I look perfect?
You look perfect. You look absolutely perfect. And we're off to the races. Not the harness races today, but the horses were still a big hit. Milan the horse. Back in her saddle and off to the bunny building we go. Now where to, Bean?
Did I go to the rabbit?
After the disappointment of not being able to bring home said bunny, it seemed like we should attempt to eat our way through the fair. One hot corn dog coming right up with a lemon shake to boot, of course.
Mommy, I want to go to the pool.
You want to go to the pool? It is pretty hot out here, isn't it, my love? Bean, how's that corn dog? Good. What do you want to eat next?
Fried dough.
Fried dough and what else?
Cotton candy.
Cotton candy. Sounds good, babe. With a few bites and sips in her tiny tummy, my pumpkin was ready to catch a glimpse of this year's prize winners. The crowds parted and the massive pumpkin emerged to much delight. And I will admit, one of the best parts of the fair is running into familiar faces. And running into Jess Berganti and her beau Tommy was certainly the highlight for me. From there, it was onwards and upwards, quite literally. As we climbed the stairs for a trip down the giant slide, all I could think was, this is not going to end well. This child won't even muster the courage to go down the slide at Chick-fil-A, let alone this massive thing. And of course, she proved me wrong. After our slide success, it seemed appropriate to celebrate with some cotton candy. And one would think this might be the best part of the Canfield Fair, but not according to my Sabina.
Love me.
What do you think, Bean? What's the best part of the Canfield Fair?
The ants.
They're all that. The best part of the Canfield Fair are the
Ants. And of course, the Canfield Fair, well, it's several months away, but we love it when they invite us to go out there and hang out. And Mike and I, my gosh, how many days at the Canfield Fair?
It's 20 times 5. I think we should strap more cameras onto people.
I agree.
Why should the police have all the fun? Can't we strap cameras to little kids and just see what happens? Don't you think?
Oh my goodness, a window into their little tiny world.
It's a lot more fun way down there like that.
We're gonna have to do that one again, and this time maybe your little ones will join us.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool. All right, later on in the show, we're going to do one of my favorite stories from the season. One of my heroes growing up, a member of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, Rocky Blyer. That was a big day for a lot of people, including you.
Yeah.
And I know you've got some other stuff that you want to share with us
Well,
today, right?
I thought since this was the shopping time, I saw a really cool gift idea at SNT Trophies in Poland. We talked to Sean and Renee there, and they do this thing with a cutting board where it takes memories and recipes and then makes it good forever.
I can't wait to see this.
Yeah, so take a look at this. So Sean came up with this?
Sean came up with this idea to take the handwriting of his mother's zucchini recipe, which is amazing, and this recipe was given to me from her, and we scanned it and we engraved it right into the wood. And it's really cool because you can see right here where she made an error, and she crossed it out. So it's unique. It's a one item that nobody will ever have. And in today's world, nobody has handwritten recipes. Everything's all online and on the computer. And then this one up here is another one that we did. It's a different type of cutting board, and that is also in someone's grandmother's handwriting. And we went ahead and we added the heart and Mimi, because that's what they had called her.
Nobody even writes in cursive anymore,
no,
let alone.
You're absolutely right. They don't.
Yeah.
So this is a really unique gift, and we have made a lot of these.
Yeah, when people saw it, what did they think?
They were just wild. We put it on Facebook and it blew up.
Yeah.
We sold, every Christmas we've sold a lot. We decorate them, we'll put real pretty festive bows on them and, package them really nice. So it makes a really special gift.
No hot water? Call A to Z Dependable Services. Our fully stocked rapid response water heater specialist will get you back in hot water in no time. A to Z is the only call you need to make.
Lisa Lampanelli's Losing It, Friday, January 10th at the Robbins Theater in downtown Warren. Join Comedy Central comedian Lisa Lampanelli for a wild evening of her trademark craziness and over-the-top antics. Get your tickets for Lisa Lampanelli now at robbinstheater.com.
Let the holiday spirit make you feel like a kid in a candy store. Daffin's Candies is the place to treat the entire family to the best chocolate and sweet treats anyone could ask for. Be sure to visit Daffin's Sharon location every Saturday between now and Christmas and take a photo with Santa. Be sure to look at the Hallmark Gold Crown gift items too. Every day and every holiday is sweeter thanks to Daffin's Candies. Visit daffins.com for store locations and holiday hours.
She would always say, honey, you snore so loud, I can't believe how loud you snore. And I'm like, what?
And he claims I quit breathing. I've tried 4 different masks to make it work, and I just can't do it. And I'll be honest with you, I did not know what REM sleep felt like before the appliance. I really did not. I never had that deep of a sleep before.
Welcome back to our Best of special this year, and Mark Canzonetta is a big fixture on this show.
Yes, he is. One of the reasons why we're here today.
And I thought it was cool how you taught him a little something new in this recipe, right?
This is one that we go back to all the time because now I always ask every single time we even have a guest chef on our show as to how much I'm supposed to actually put in to the recipe.
Just because there's a bowl of something doesn't mean the whole bowl.
Mark, I'm so sorry, and thank you for just dealing with me. I'm not that good.
All right, deal with this.
It's so good, though.
Well, I literally just said, this is so fun, Marcus.
It is fun.
Right?
It is. Cooking is fun. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be approachable. You're not supposed to be afraid of it.
And there's nothing to be afraid of here at the BISTRO 1907 Test Kitchen, which the one, the only.
Hi.
I always say it that way. Mark Canzonetta.
Okay.
What are we doing today, darling?
We are going to make some, not just crab rangoon, but we're going to go one step further. We're going to make lobster rangoon. You know, we're gonna kick it up a notch. We're gonna use lobster claw and knuckle meat, cream cheese. We're gonna add some American ingredients into it. We're gonna add some roasted corn, a little bit of scallions, and then just a little bit of heat with a little bit of sriracha. So we're gonna start off with some good cream cheese and start off with a good quality cream cheese. You know that brand that comes from Philadelphia, you wanna use that, you can use
trusted.
that. So we're gonna add the lobster meat. And be generous with your friends. You know, you can get lobster meat from your local grocer, which makes it a lot easier. Some roasted corn, some scallions.
Okay.
We're gonna hit it with, well, that could have been a little bit too much scallion, but that's okay. A pinch of salt, a pinch of pepper. Lauren, you wanna put some hot sauce in there?
Do you want me to take some of this?
No, that's fine. We'll fold it in, we'll make it work. So go ahead and add some of that beautiful hot sauce, the sriracha sauce, the rooster sauce, as the chefs like to say. And we're gonna mix this all together.
I like it,
So this is gonna be a little bit challenging because we have a little bit of scallions in here, but that's all right.
I'm sorry, Mark.
That's okay. That's okay. And we're
okay,
just folding this all together. We're mixing it up. Make sure your cream cheese is at room temperature so it's easy to fold in. I can smell the sriracha. I can smell that beautiful lobster meat, the roasted corn. You know, we got summer's coming up, so you got Molnar Farms going to be ready to have some corn, you know, as long as it's knee-high by the 4th of July.
That's what we
should have
want.
some corn soon after that. All right, so we're mixing this all together.
This is what we call teamwork.
This is teamwork.
Valley Spotlight.
Yes. So you're getting a nice filling because you're gonna have all those different flavors and texture. You got the smoothness of the cream cheese, the richness of that going against the luxurious ingredient of that lobster meat. And then you got the super simple sweetness of that roasted corn and then that brightness of the chive or scallion, whichever one you want to do. Okay, I think we're good enough.
Did I do it?
We're close enough, as my father would say, for government work. We're gonna push that off to the side. Okay? I've got a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. That's okay. We're just going to push that off just like that. And we're going to start to make the rangoons. So we're going to take these little beautiful wonton wrappers.
Oh, they're perfect.
And you can almost see through them.
Yeah, you can.
So they're very, very thin. And we're just going to lay these out. And we can do this a couple different ways. We can make a couple different shapes. But the one thing you do have to do is you have to take a little bit of egg yolk and go around the outside to make sure it seals it up. Okay. So we're just going to take a little bit of this filling. We're going to put it in the middle. Now you can do the classic shape like this, the fold over, the simple triangle.
Our guys on the set were asking you which fold was your favorite, and you said this is it, but there's one that is
There's
more...
one that I like a little bit better than that. We're gonna make it a little fancy, as my daughter Gina would say, fancy. And she's in Tampa, Florida, and she loves to cook with me. So as you know, she was on Guys Grocery Games with me, and we took that championship home.
You guys won.
Okay, so now you can take and make this a little bit fancier. You wanna bring the sides up. And it's going to be a little bit fancy like that.
Oh, I'm going to have to try this.
You can try it.
All right.
Okay?
I did wash my hands.
And it's going to look like a little pot sticker almost. So you can do that.
All right. I'm doing this. Is that too much? That's way too much.
That might be a little bit too much, but that's okay.
Oh
so
gosh.
we can start from scratch. That's why the magic of TV, we have plenty of backups. And we can put a little bit in there, just like that.
A little less, Lauren.
A little bit less.
More is not always
And this is
better.
fun. This is one of those interactive things you can do with your friends. You can do with your family. It creates a buzz in the room. You know, you're making the food you're going to be eating later.
I am doing this, Mark,
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
So that looks like one of my Grandma CANZONETTA's ones because she made the big raviolis.
I want the big one.
That's going to be the big one.
I want a big one. If I'm going to eat it, I want to do it like I mean it, you know? Oh, Mark.
Okay, so we're gonna make a bunch more of these, and when we come back, we're gonna make the Yum Yum dipping sauce to go with this. We're gonna throw them in the deep fryer, crisp them up, and then we're gonna serve them to our guests.
The Yum Yum sauce, I can't wait. All right, I need to work on this. Here you go. We'll be right back.
No hot water? Call A to Z Dependable Services. Our fully stocked rapid response water heater specialist will get you back in hot water in no time. A to Z is the only call you need to make.
Hi, I'm Barbara Corcoran. Are you thinking of selling your home but you're not sure which agent to hire? You have a lot of choices, but really the choice is simple. Because there's only one agent I would trust to sell my home. Go to kellysoldit.com and check out Kelly Warren's guarantee to sell your home or she will buy it. You can also find out how her marketing system creates demand and sells a home every 48 hours. Go to kellysoldit.com and get your home sold.
All right, Mark, we did some frying.
We did.
Of these lobster rangoons.
We did.
And
look at the great job you did. It took you just one try. The next one you were on your game.
I was going to say, I really tried to fry them the right way.
You did.
And
350 degree oil. A good clean canola oil that's got a nice smoking point, which means it can fry things without smoking and burning the product that it's cooking in. So now it's time for some yum yum.
That is the best part. And Ron, our photographer, God bless him, he
is the king of yum yum sauce?
No, he told me the other day that he doesn't really like it very much, and I looked at him.
Well, maybe we're going to turn the tide today with him.
And
we're going to bring him to the dark side.
So it's
we have some heavy mayonnaise, your favorite mayonnaise, not Miracle Whip mayonnaise. You want to have that creaminess of the mayonnaise. Your favorite ketchup, we make our own here at Bistro 1907.
Which means
some
this is going to be the best version of this sauce.
We're going to add some rice vinegar, a little bit of rice vinegar. We're going to add a little bit of mirin, that sweet Japanese wine.
Okay.
We're going to add a little bit of agave just for a touch more sweetness.
Okay, this is not the recipe that I've always made.
You know, we work on things a little bit here. We try them out. A little bit of granulated onion, a little bit of granulated garlic.
I told him that.
And we're going to add some smoked paprika to give it a little bit of a smoky flavor, kick it up a little bit.
All right, let's. Oh gosh,
That's
so
okay.
sorry.
We'll just go like this.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Don't. What are you sorry for? We're just going to mix it together. We're going to add a pinch of salt, of course, and a little bit of fresh ground pepper. But we're going to make that famous yum yum sauce that everybody knows and loves, and that's why they call it yum yum sauce. I'm going to actually borrow your whisk. Go ahead and whisk that up a little bit.
I was gonna say, please let me do something without making a mess in this one segment.
That's okay. You're bringing it together. Look at the flavors going together there. That looks great.
Really,
okay.
very
So now
nice.
we're going to pull this to the side.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's make a little mix for like these guys right over there. Oh, that is nice right there.
Great yum yum sauce.
Look at the color. It's exactly the same color as they slap on your plate at the hibachi house.
So now we're going to take and bring this beautiful platter of the crab rangoon. We're going to take some of that wonderful yum yum sauce.
And this is it, man?
That's it right there.
This is it, okay.
And people drink this by the quart. We have some pickled watermelon radish, some daikon, some regular radish. You can pick up your favorite shape, color, go into that yum yum sauce.
You do realize I'm going to have to do all of this at once, right? My mom would get mad at me.
Oh my God. Lobster, yum yum sauce, crispy rangoon. It's a winner winner.
This is going to be on your menu forever.
I hope so.
Forever. This is so good. Bistro 1907, downtown Youngstown.
Come get some yum yum sauce.
Come get some yum yum sauce. You will not be disappointed. Can I just take this with me?
You can.
Okay.
All right. Cheers, everybody.
You know, it has like an oniony flavor. Did you guys say that right afterwards?
I think it's better that way.
Yeah?
You want to be able to taste the dish that you made for at least 3 days.
Lobster's not good on its own. We're going to add as much stuff. And you didn't even get in trouble. Like, he just flows with it.
I know, right? He's
That's
like,
nice.
well.
I know. Yeah, we'll edit that out or whatever. No, that was good. It was a good recipe, though.
And there's wontons on the menu now. So different versions, different things at Bistro,
Yeah,
but they're
rangoon
the
it up.
rangoon, and they're
If you want
so
to.
good.
All right. When we come back,
You are going to talk about a kitchen that I could make something good in that kitchen.
no
I'd be
matter what the
inspired,
ingredients. Right. Kelly Warren and I join up at this really fancy house. You'll show it to you right after this break.
Hi, this is Elfie, the Metro Monthly Elf. I'm here to tell you about all the cool stuff you'll find at the Metro Monthly store. We have hoodies and sweatshirts and clothing for Dad. We have posters and aprons and messenger bags. We have boots now I adore, plus t-shirts and caps. We have frame prints of downtown, plus note cards and maps. We have big sizes, small sizes, and plus sizes too. We have cool stuff for Grandma and cool stuff for you. So stop by today, and please don't delay. Our workshop is humming. The store's up and running. We're here for this season, your holiday store. So shop Metro Monthly for all this and more.
Baby, you got some big feet. Where do you get shoes for those feet?
I buy them at Ryer's, of course. They have all sizes, even for me. They're always tax-free and located in beautiful downtown Sharon.
Now through December 26th, Steel Valley Lifts is thrilled to offer you $1,000 off any of our lifts, including our Backyard Buddies. Built with pride in Warren, Ohio by the people you trust for over 30 years. Call us now or visit us at steelvalleylifts.com to order online.
With taking the kids to soccer practice, piano lessons, and everything else, I'm lucky if I get to fit in a workout. But staying fit is important, not just your body, but your teeth as well. The professionals at Pristine Dental provide affordable dental care for your entire family. From routine cleanings to cosmetic dentistry, Pristine Dental has got you covered. Plus, they have transparent pricing and membership plans that directly benefit you, not the big insurance companies.
Visit pristinedentalpros.com to learn more and book your free consultation today.
Your smile will say it all.
From the beginning, it's been like hard work, all me, trying to get this done, trying to get products out there, and coming up with different ideas. You know, every single product has a story behind it, and every story is because they were made to help somebody.
Welcome back to our Best Of special. Here's a new segment.
Yes.
You know how Mark Canzonetta's kitchen is decked out.
Always.
And it really is, but wait till you get a load of this place with some of the modern features as Kelly Warren and I go through and do our own little...
Really a remarkable space, and she's had so many, but this one's pretty inspiring.
Yeah, so take a look at this episode of Home Advantage. All right, another special edition of Home Advantage with Kelly Warren, and here we are in a beautiful Tuscan custom kitchen. Am I right?
Yes, we're talking luxury kitchens today.
Are you dying right now? I mean, would you love this thing?
I would, and I don't even cook, but can you imagine getting Canzonetta over here? Like, this is the kitchen.
Yeah, he'd be the guy to get. I think a lot of people get homes and then they want to redo the homes.
Yes.
Here's a kitchen where you wouldn't have to redo it all,
oh, yes.
right?
If you're buying this home, this is the kitchen to die for. You want it just the way it sits.
Yeah.
But if you own another home and you're looking at things that you could do differently in your kitchen, let's give you some ideas.
All right, let's start with this pantry. I thought it was just going to be like a cupboard. You don't even have to go over there. We'll have somebody go over and open it up, and you can walk into the pantry.
Yes, the light comes on automatically. And you know what? The use of space, I think, is fantastic because it goes in and takes up that whole corner there where when you're doing a design layout, I wouldn't have thought about it, you know?
Unbelievable. Since you are here, why don't we open this up? I thought that was a cupboard.
Refrigerator.
It's a fridge.
You know what? So when you're looking at the kitchen, you're seeing beautiful, bright, open spaces. You're seeing these gorgeous cabinets and countertops. You're not seeing the appliances.
Right.
Except for the Viking, because who doesn't want to see that?
This stove, my mom would kill for this thing, and especially this.
The pasta pot filler,
When you kind of fill your pot and get the boiling water going.
And how many moms and grandmas and aunts can you get around in here doing the holiday baking and cooking?
And what's neat about it is, if that happens, like they're not tucked away in the kitchen. They can still visit with the folks out there, right?
Yeah, you've got people sitting over there watching football and you still feel like you're all together.
Exactly. I didn't know this has 2 dishwashers.
Dual dishwashers, yeah. It's really actually energy efficient if you think about it because they're a little bit smaller than your regular dishwasher, but if you're just running that partial load, then you're only running one. If you've got the holiday feast going on, then you run it all.
We run out of silverware all the time in our house.
Yeah.
That would have been perfect for it. And a Sub-Zero cooler, am I saying that right? Okay, what is it?
Okay, so it's your beverage drawer. So
just
instead of having your beverages in here, you're going to keep that at a different temperature. You're going to have the coolest waters and sodas and beers that you can.
This is really a lot of thought went into this, didn't it?
Right?
Good job.
I'm like drooling for this kitchen.
I know. How can people get a hold of you folks, especially during the holiday season?
Certainly. They can give us a call or a text at 330-717-2689, or they can always visit us online at kellysoldit.com.
I'm telling you, people will kill for this thing. Thank you, Kelly, so much.
Thank you.
Good job. I never saw a side refrigerator thing over on with a table on top of it.
You can refrigerate in all levels, in all areas of your house.
And the regular refrigerator looks like a cabinet, but it's not. It's a refrigerator. And then the cabinet, you could walk in.
Gotcha.
How about those? I know. You better be a good cook if you have that kind of kitchen.
And I do have to admit that even when Kelly Warren walks into a house like that, we were there when she saw it for the first time. Even she's blown away.
Right.
Right?
That's when you know.
You know when it's nice.
All right, speaking of blown away, did I ever tell you that my brother and I, we loved the Pittsburgh Steelers growing up?
Yes.
We wrote a letter to the Pittsburgh Steelers and invited them to our birthday. The whole team. And my mom was going to cook spaghetti. We wrote this whole big thing. They didn't come.
They did. Oh.
They didn't even reply.
You mean that's like, was that a big disappointment for you?
No, I think we understood. But all the heroes of my past, Terry Bradshaw, Mean Joe Green, Franco Harris, finally got to meet Rocky Blyer last summer, though.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, and we talked about some things, a little about football, but a little more just about life.
It was August 20th, 1969.
You do remember?
Yeah, I do.
Next month will be 50 years since that fateful day. Pittsburgh Steeler great Rocky Blyer was barely a Pittsburgh Steeler at all. He was in combat in Vietnam, and this happened.
That I got hit twice in the same action, in the same day. One, the first time, I got shot through the left thigh with an AK-47. Same action later on, same day, I got hit with a grenade that blew up through my right foot, knee, and thigh.
Blyer had to come home, and the journey began to get better. Forget about playing running back for the time being. He needed to walk again.
So I had nerve damage and tissue damage and broken bones within my foot. Hit me in the knee, hit me in the thigh. Those wounds you could sew up and take care of. But it was the foot and the nerve, because everything then you do from a running back position all starts with that.
He was lucky to be alive and lucky to be with the Steelers. That organization gave him the time to heal. From injured list to practice squad to finally getting on the field in an actual game, it took almost 5 years, and Rocky had a decision to make.
And after the 73 season, I in my mind, I said, that's it, I'm not coming back. Only to be talked into it, you know, and maybe the reality was, okay, maybe I'm shortchanging myself, and let's go back and give it a shot again, and that was in 74.
One of the best decisions of his life. He took his shot, and things finally began falling into place.
Then things happen. Somebody gets hurt, you get a chance to play, and then all of a sudden you get a chance to break into the starting lineup and become successful. We start to win, and we win the division, and then the rest kind of becomes history, and you become part of that history. And so
4 Super Bowl victories later, and now decades later, Blyer spends a lot of his time listening and visiting with fellow Vietnam vets that he feels got the short end of the stick.
You were identified with a conflict, you were identified with a war, and you were thought poorly of because you served during that period of time. That has changed, obviously, but not the scars that Vietnam veteran has endured over those periods of time.
His status as a football champion makes it easier for him to talk about the past. He calls it a catharsis. But for others, it's not that simple, and that's why he loves to help.
So if I have a chance to talk to veterans, what I'd like to tell them is to be able to tell their stories, because there's generations that don't understand what you've done.
And that's why he was honored to be the special guest at this year's Freedom Warrior golf outing. Blyer loves how the money raised stays in town and helps the local veterans keep going.
And especially here, in what takes place with this program specifically, and the money being raised, staying here, staying within the community, helping the veterans that live here and made this their home and have come back home, because it becomes very difficult from a veteran's point of view, is that the pride that you have serving, you don't want to ever ask for help, and you don't have your hand out, but yet there's a need.
And Rocky still follows the game that made him famous. So of course, being smack dab in the middle of the Browns-Steeler rivalry, we couldn't let him leave without a prediction for this season.
The prediction is the Steelers will win the division, obviously, but Cleveland is on the upswing. I'm as excited to see what Cleveland does this year as I think the Cleveland fans are, because it really helps the division. You know, it just helps the rivalry over the period of time. But the Steelers, I think, still is a stronger team.
Turns out he was right.
What do you know?
So far, he didn't even know Ben Roethlisberger was going to get hurt at that time.
Interesting season for these guys.
3 quarterbacks now for the Steelers, and they're winning, but it's not over yet, right, Browns fans? I know. All right, Let's talk about a fun trip you got to take. Yeah.
My gosh, you know, sometimes when you sign up to work with some of our community partners, you never know what's going to happen. And when Steel Light called and said, let's go to Chicago, let's introduce you all to some of the people that we work on an international level with. And you're going to be able to see what we do in front of so many people worldwide. We said absolutely. So our team was fortunate to be able to go and take a look at what happens in Chicago and some of these giant food shows, and the reasons why Steel Light is located in downtown Youngstown.
Chicago, Illinois. Thousands of people pack into McCormick Place on Michigan Avenue to take part in the National Restaurant Association show.
Now, Mickey, too much gin, the drink's going to be awesome, delicious, perfect. Okay.
And right at the center of it all is Steel Light International. The China and flatware company dominates the marketplace.
We're doing everything from very basic value casual dining operations all the way to 3 Michelin star operations and 5-star resorts and so forth.
The remarkable display is eye-catching to say the least. But it's the product on the shelves that set them apart. Product that is designed by some of the most respected artisans from all over the world. Maham Anjum is a London-based ceramic artisan. She created a line of tableware that exudes color and soul.
I work very closely with chefs and restaurants, so we spend a lot of time and effort on each project that we're working on. So it's a lot of sampling involved, a lot of testing.
Robert Welsh is a family-owned flatware company in the UK. They have stood the test of time.
We sell all around the world. We sell to Crate & Barrel, we sell to Williams-Sonoma, we sell to some of the finest hotels, finest restaurants in the world, we sell to airlines.
Robert Gordon pottery is made in Australia. The warm and familiar designs resonate. They choose Steel Light because they choose to work with John Miles.
Even though Steel Light is a very big company, but it still feels like a very small company. I catch up with John on a regular basis and we talk about restaurants and pottery. There's not that corporate speak or language, it's very down to earth, and the love of ceramics in the industry is there. So, and he shares that like a small businessman like me, but he's obviously running a huge company, but they think like a small business too, they behave like that, so it's nice.
I think John's got this vision, you know, he's a doer, he gets things done, and his team are doers and they get things done, and they're sort of catering to a wider audience. You know, it's not a conservative way of doing the tabletop, it's quite broad, it's, you know, which I think makes them really unique.
And so this is how a knife starts.
Right here?
Right there.
John's vision for what could be is why yet another space in downtown Youngstown has new life. Their Newcastle facility just didn't have enough space to expand to cater to a worldwide audience. What was once the iconic Youngstown Club is now a Steel Light International showroom.
Honestly, at 3 o'clock one morning, I woke up and thought about this space because you think about the historic value of this space and the number of people in town who have spent special times here in the space, and it had sat empty for a good period of time. So for us to be able to take it and transform it and do something that is really special, and I think that it's something that will have a lot of longevity to it, I think is terrific.
Everything that is displayed here is part of the collection of designs which are created or distributed by Steel Light. The space itself is more than just a showroom.
I think something else that's really amazing about the space is the number of local artisans and contractors and people that worked here. Some of them actually who had worked on the space when it was originally built came back and helped us to recreate and retransform the space.
It's this hands-on approach that has guided John Miles from the beginning. He grew up in the China business. His father worked with Shenango China, and as a teenager, he learned from the elite team at Woodmere China. And eventually, John worked for Homer Laughlin, famous for their Fiesta ware. He is now officially the CEO of Steel Light, which was founded in the late 1800s over in the UK.
It gives you a lot of in-depth knowledge and understanding of the tasks and how hard the people that work with you have to work every day. And I mean, that's been a big advantage for me. Had I just come into this business as the CEO and not had the depth of understanding and appreciation for what everyone does, I don't think it's the same.
And at Steelite, ideas become reality. Take this new line of cookware, for example. It behaves like cast iron, but it's easier to clean and lighter. Innovative ideas and people will continue to push this company into the future.
He trusts me as a product manager, so when I brought this concept to him, it was just really cool that he just said, you know, work it, develop it, see where you get with it, and the fact that he trusts me as a product manager to do it, and then I can actually see this thing go, you know, from, you know, concept to fruition. I'm very proud of it, and very proud of Steelite.
And you got to eat. I mean, it was a food show, right?
A whole lot.
No, that's awesome.
And we made a lot of new friends, and it's so fun to be able to see how, like, their careers and what they're bringing to the Steelite family. You know, we follow one on Instagram, we follow on Facebook, and they're always constantly coming up with something new. So 2020.
Fantastic.
Here we come.
All right, when we come back, we've been to a lot of restaurants,
yes,
right? And we've seen a lot of different foods. Here is something different that I hadn't seen in a long time. We'll have it for you right after this break.
It's grand opening weekend at the Robbins Theater in downtown Warren. Thursday, January 9th, it's Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. Friday, January 10th, Lisa Lampanelli's Losing It. And Saturday, January 11th, we've got Firefall, Pure Prairie League, and Orleans. Get your tickets now at robbinstheater.com.
Sweeney Chevrolet Buick GMC is teaming up with Valley Spotlight.
Hey, you guys, this is going to be great.
It sure is. We are bringing you the chance to win big in the Sweeney Cash Car.
You could drive away with $250 cash or $1,000 towards your new Sweeney vehicle.
So buckle up, answer our trivia questions, and win. Enter at valleyspotlight.com/cashcar for all the details.
So come take a ride in the Cash Car at Sweeney Chevrolet Buick GMC.
On Market Street
in Boardman.
Did you say we're going on a roller coaster this winter?
Not a roller coaster, a polar coaster. The Farmer's Almanac is predicting a polar coaster with way more snow than average. Ducut can help you get ready for anything this winter. We've got complete selections of Honda and Toro snowblowers that can ride out this year's polar coaster.
So let yourself go to Ducut. Let yourself go to Ducut.
Welcome back to our best ever special. Best of the year.
Best of the year. Best
just
of
the best.
The best.
Okay.
Our favorite. So
Yeah.
since we've started this whole thing,
Right.
it's going pretty well.
Now I'm, you know me. I like if why break? You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Is
right?
that the saying? Yeah.
Yeah. So like corn on the cob.
What do you do?
Don't mess with corn on the cob. However, in this case, I was incorrect. I was
Proved wrong. Thanks to Chef Mark.
Into the test kitchen we go to a really cool way to eat corn. It's called elote. Here you go. Back here at Bistro 1907 with chef and owner Mark Canzonetta.
Hey, Mike Case,
a
how
new
are you?
locale for us.
I
with the
know,
kitchen
right?
behind
I know.
us.
Isn't this great? We're finally in the building.
Feverishly working today.
I know.
like
My
that.
staff's in the back getting ready for lunch service. So today we're here to do some things based around local in Ohio.
Right, and there's no better season. They say knee-high by the 4th of July, but people sell corn now.
Well, it's coming in early from Marietta, Ohio.
Yeah.
So knee-high by the 4th of July is true. And I was with Rick Molnar yesterday. He says we're going to have some corn by the end of the week.
That's awesome. And you have some corn for us today.
Yeah, and we're
a little different twist on it.
We're a little different twist. We're going to make elote.
Elote.
Elote is Mexican street corn.
There you go.
So we're going to have some Mexican street corn. So you get this beautiful corn. And again, this is coming in from Columbiana right now. But it's still beautiful, fantastic, sweet corn, just like this. Okay. So we're going to take it and we're going to put it in some water. And we're going to simmer it. You can do it two ways, simmered or grilled. So
hey, can I ask you a question about corn before you do that? You know how you see it at the store, and you're not sure what's in it.
Right.
I mean, you're not sure if it's a good piece or a bad piece or what.
It's like a box of chocolates.
Yeah, so how do you know? Are you allowed to just peel it back?
You are allowed to peel it back. I think some of the local grocers now have gotten to the point where people don't want all the silk in their kitchen. Right. So you're allowed to peel it actually at the store and take it home.
Oh, that's way better.
That's
and the
pretty
corn
cool.
is kind of speckled with the white ones.
This is the bread and butter corn. Yeah.
Okay, that's the sweet kind.
That's it's very, 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 very,
Excuse
very good.
my interruption.
So we're going to take this. We're going to season the water a little bit. So you always want to season the water. We're going to put a little bit of salt in there because you want to put a little bit of flavor into the corn.
Okay.
Pre-season it. We're going to take it and we're going to put it in here in this boiling water. and we're just going to cover it for a little bit, and we're going to let that get happy.
Now, there's a lot of ways to cook it, right?
Corn is just like anything.
Some people say boil it, then stop the boil, then put the corn in, then shut it.
They do. You know, you can actually take corn and just put it on an open fire real quick on your gas stove and toast it real quick if you like it a little crunchier.
Okay.
So anyways, so after that is done cooking, about 5 to 10 minutes, or on the grill, about 5 to 6 minutes on the grill. You're going to have two different kinds of corn that come out. You have the beautiful just boiled corn, and then you have this wonderful charred corn. I like the charred corn especially for the elote because it gives it bigger depth of flavor. So what we do here is we're going to take a plate, and you're going to find this crazy. We're going to brush it with mayonnaise.
All right. Okay. I'm interested. Now you got my interest.
You know, it's kind of like food glue.
Okay.
So we're just going to brush this with mayonnaise because mayonnaise does what? It holds everything together. Okay. Like when you get a turkey club or whatever you're eating, it's food glue. So we take that. We're going to now season that with a little bit of chili lime dust. Chili lime, a little chili diaboral, a little bit of lime zest, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Okay. Now we're going to take and do a couple more real quick. And you see how that just brushes on? It makes like a little coating. And mayonnaise is kind of neutral. You know, it's not exactly the most healthy thing to put on corn, but think about it.
I was thinking it was butter. I thought it was butter, to tell you the truth.
Well, butter doesn't hold down all the seasonings as well. Okay. All right, so we're just going to season these.
Okay.
Just like that.
Oh, you can smell it.
Oh my God, it's amazing. So we're going to season them, and now we're going to top it with a little bit of cilantro. Give it that bright, fragrant, herby overtones. A little bit of cotija.
What's cotija?
It's like the Mexican, in between like a goat cheese and a feta.
Oh.
And then we're going to take some toasted pepitas, which are pumpkin seeds, put that over the top for a little bit of crunch.
Oh yeah, that's good.
And then now we're going to hit it with a little bit of ancho chili aioli and just make it a little better. Top it off with a little bit more dust. And there you have Mexican street food.
How about that?
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Are you willing to try that, Mike Case?
I'm willing to try it.
All right,
Should we give it a go?
Let's give it a go.
Now wait, there's a lot of ways to eat corn. Some go left to right and then start again like a typewriter. Some go down and around.
I go left to right.
And then start again on the left? Or do you go back?
I go back. I go back.
You do?
I do.
Oh, okay. I go left to right, then I go back.
All right, you ready?
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's ridiculous.
Is that not insane?
Way better than regular corn. It's totally insane.
So did I totally take you shock and awe?
That blew me away.
All right, man. Mexican street corn. Molnar Farm's going to be serving the best corn in the valley very soon.
All right, we'll take a break, wipe off, and then we'll come back and make a drink.
Sounds good.
Okay.
No hot water? Call A to Z Dependable Services. Our fully stocked rapid response water heater specialist will get you back in hot water in no time. A to Z is the only call you need to make.
You want to feel as good as you want to look. You don't just want what's stylish. At the end of the day, you want to be in style but be comfortable too, and a good fit goes a long way to do that.
When we last left you, we were looking at the Mexican street corn, or elote.
Elote, man.
Yeah, and now we're going to make a drink.
We're going to make a drink. We're going to make my dad's margarita.
Okay.
Pop's Margarita.
Pop's
it's one
Margarita.
of our classics here at Bistro 1907.
So I'm going to guess it has a bit of an Italian slant to it.
A bit of an Italian slant.
Are there peppers in the margarita?
No, that would be good, though. My dad wouldn't like that, but he would like it a little bit. So we're going to make our own sour mix, and that's one of the key components. Sour mix is like citrusy and sweet. It gets your palate all excited. Okay, so we're going to take orange juice.
Okay. You know, for a couple guys that used to work at Chi-Chi's, this is very exciting.
But I think we just opened up a jug back then. We're going to take lime juice.
They have the triple sec and everything ready to go.
We're going to take some lemon juice, and then we're going to take simple syrup. Water, sugar, bring to a boil, equal parts. And that's going to be our this is going to be our sour mix. We're going to give it a little shake.
Okay.
And now we're going to begin to craft Pop's Margarita. So we're going to take some Di Serrano. Nice little generous. That's the Italian part.
What's that taste like? Is it sweet?
It's sweet. It's made from almonds, almond pits, actually.
Okay.
Yes, and we're going to take some Cointreau. Now we're going to take that beautiful sour mix. Now we're going to give it a shake because you want it to be nice and frothy. Remember the frothy margaritas?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so I like to do 30 shakes.
You're not going to do salt on the rim.
No, because this is Italian.
It's a different kind of drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we want to make it really nice and frothy.
Okay.
And we're going to strain that over. Well, we're just going to pour it over.
Let's pour it in.
We're going to pour it over.
Biggest mistake people make when they do drinks or margaritas. Do they make them too strong or too weak?
Well, too strong is not a bad thing some days. Okay, we're going to garnish that with a great Luxardo cherry, an orange, and we're going to have Pop's Margarita.
Oh.
And I think this would go very, very well with the corn.
I think so too. We gonna
Cheers.
toast Pops?
We're gonna toast Pops. Here's to you, Pop.
Pops. He would love that.
Oh my God.
I love that.
Isn't that great?
That's wonderful. It doesn't taste like a margarita.
I know.
It tastes like an orange.
It's because it's Pop's
whip.
margarita.
Orange whip.
Okay.
Hey, all this stuff on the seasonal menu at
It will be.
BISTRO 1907.
Absolutely.
Right? Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mike.
All right.
See you soon, brother.
See you next time. Well, there you go. Corn with stuff on top of it.
You can't say no to that.
And you can't eat it without getting it all over your face.
No,
so
you did a
don't
very
even try.
good job of proving that.
Right.
That people should just embrace the mess.
If like your kids like it, good luck. I mean, you're going to need a whole thing of baby wipes and all the other stuff that goes with it.
Your big kids too.
Just put them in the shower right afterwards. But it was good. It was good. People like it. People are ordering it like crazy at the bistro.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Right. All right, when we come back, if you haven't had enough Mark Canzonetta in your life already,
he's going to join us
I'm
on
going to put
his
him right
sofa.
here, right in between us,
Right.
for the very first installment of the Cash Car.
Which was a really fun one, and we appreciate his wife Melissa and Mark being a part of that with us. So stick around, you don't want to miss it.
Sweeney Chevrolet Buick GMC reminds you to make a difference this holiday season.
For every new Chevy, Buick, or GMC we sell now through December 31st, we'll make a $50 donation to the United Way.
You can help too. Go to ymvunitedway.org to donate.
I have a children's version of the inhaler. I had a parent walk into my office last week and say, my child does not get those sinus infections like she used to. She bought like 5 more. You know, so when you have something that's natural, that's not going to give you that side effect profile like the traditional medications over the counter, it's a win. It's a win for everybody. And as a physician, it's a win for me because I can see how it really is helping my patients.
Hey.
Welcome back. Look who's here, Mark Canzonetta.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, this is my house?
Yeah.
Well, welcome.
This portion of it, anyway.
Well, I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
I don't get much of the other rooms.
So our very first Cash Car, you and your lovely wife, Melissa, were the contestants.
God, what a fun time.
Yeah. Were you nervous? Did you think I'm going to look like a dork on TV?
Well, you know what? If I didn't know the answers to the question, I had that thought going through my head. So I was like, okay, if they ask some really, really difficult questions about the 80s, or maybe I partied too much.
That's right,
in
it was
the
80s trivia.
So maybe I would have forgot some of that stuff. But thank goodness we were pretty good.
No, really good.
And you guys did a
Absolutely
great
good.
job, and we're going to take people in the Sweeney
Oh my
Cash
gosh,
Car. And
it's such a great show.
Take a look at this, Mark, right?
Yeah,
I know.
here we go.
I know.
Here we are, Eric and I, pulling out of Sweeney Chevrolet Buick GMC with our inaugural edition of the Cash Car. Isn't this
Exciting.
I know.
Wow.
I'm pumped up.
Goodness.
Let's introduce
Finally
today's
here.
first contestants. Who are you guys?
I'm Mark Canzonetta.
I'm Melissa Canzonetta.
Yes, and are you excited to be on Cash Car?
We are.
All
We
right,
are.
I'll
This is awesome.
Explain the rules in just a second, but first, why don't you tell me about the Cash Car, which is not a car this week, right, Eric?
That's right. It is a Silverado, Chevy Silverado, Crew Cab RST package.
RST, which stands for Rally Sport Truck.
That's right.
Yeah, what kind of engine?
355 horsepower. You want to feel it?
Yeah, ready to punch it? Is it roomy back there?
It's very roomy.
Awesome.
Are you enjoying your ride?
Yes, we are. This is nice.
A little bit.
I have to tell you, the amount of room here is pretty incredible.
How tall are you?
Look, I'm 6'6".
Yeah. It looks like you're just enjoying it.
So how would that translate for me at 5'6"?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, it's 3 inches
Move it.
deeper than the old model, so that's exciting. All right, are you guys ready?
We are ready.
I'm going to give you 2 categories to choose from.
Okay.
We'll give you 5 questions. $50 per question. We'll see how much money you can accumulate.
Okay.
And at the end, I'm guessing this week you're not going to keep the money, right?
No.
What will you do with it?
Donate it to charity. And Melissa?
Rust City Church. We're going to donate to our church.
You're going to donate to which church?
Rust City.
Rust City. How long have you been married?
3 years.
3 years. It'll be 4 this September.
Have you ever been in an argument?
No.
No.
Okay, so there won't be any arguments today.
No.
Because this is cash money.
This is cash
we're
money.
talking about. All right, the 2 categories today are 2 of my favorites. You have 80s trivia or Ohio, Pennsylvania sports.
Well, you know, seeing that I am more from the 80s, I'm down with that, but I got to defer to my
born
wife.
in the 80s, so.
There we go. Making us feel
Let's do
old.
80s.
80s trivia, okay?
Yes.
Or do you sure you don't want to do sports?
We're good.
All right. All right.
You should ask them something about food.
I was going to, but they kind of are ringers on the
Yeah,
food.
that'd be a ringer move. I mean, I'd love to have, culinary questions, but let's go with 80s, Lost 80s weekend.
All right, discuss your answer, then give me a final answer.
Okay.
at the end. Here we go. This cable network started in August of 1981 as soon as video killed the radio star.
MTV.
MTV is correct.
Yes. And I watched that
$50.
video coming home from school that day.
$50. 50 spot. Are you ready for question 2?
We are.
This series of movies about Jason had 8 different releases in the 1980s. What's it called?
Jason's Friday the 13th, right? Yes. Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th is correct. That's
All right.
$100.
All right. We're up to 100.
All right. Question 3. Windows made him the richest man in the world in 1983.
Wow. Big guy. Big guy. The big guy. The tall guy. Bill Gates. Bill Gates.
Don't ask me, tell me.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates it is!
Woo!
Did you know that one?
I don't believe how I got you.
That
was a layup.
I'm thinking of the other guy.
That was
How
a
much
layup.
was that for?
That was fair. We're up to 150.
We're up to $150, man.
Question 4.
Got a nice bottle of wine coming
I
out.
know. I feel it.
I
I
know.
feel it.
This car began production in 1981. It stopped production in 1983 and ended up in Back to the Future in 1985.
It is.
You know this story. I know it.
It's
DeLorean.
The DeLorean. John DeLorean's car, the DeLorean.
That is correct.
All right.
All right. For this clean sweep,
Woo!
$250 to go to the Rust Belt Church. Is that the name of it?
Rust City.
Rust
City
City.
Church. Thank
Yes.
you. Ted Turner founded this cable network in 1983.
Ted Turner.
Yeah.
CNN. Melissa?
Yes.
CNN.
CNN is correct.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my gosh, they got them all.
Clean sweep.
Clean sweep that.
$250.
Hey, we got that money.
Yeah.
That goes to the
Rust City Church.
Rust City Church, great cause. They do a great job with the inner city community. They do great projects around the valley, and we couldn't be happier to donate today to them.
Well, thanks for joining us on our first edition of Cash Car.
That was awesome, man.
Cash Car is
great.
fun.
Cash
Eric,
car is fun.
You should take us back to the dealership. Where's it
That's what I'm
located?
saying. On Market Street
Uh-huh.
in Boardman.
You did it.
We did.
$250 for the church.
I know, it was great. For Rust City, it's such a great church. They do so many great project outreaches and things like that in the community, so we're really happy to donate that.
How about when you know it, but you don't know it, and then all of a sudden it just comes to you like
It
that?
did. Bill Gates.
Yeah,
It
boom.
just came to me. Microsoft. I'm like, Microsoft, let me see. There was 2 guys.
Yeah.
Bill Gates
And the other
Apple
guy.
guy.
And the other guy.
Yeah.
He
Steve
was
Jobs.
actually a little nervous before he did it. I was like, Lauren,
Right.
what are we doing? What are
No, I
we
know.
doing? What
Yeah,
are we
because
doing?
we
I'm
didn't
like,
know what we were doing.
We
just
didn't
get
either.
in the
It was
car
the first show.
and answer
gonna wing
the
it.
questions and win some money.
Yeah.
And you can still do that. Just log on to our website, valleyspotlight.com/Sweeney Cash Car and register to win.
Log on because it's a lot of fun and you can win real cash.
There you go. Testimonial. All right. You want to see me walk through a car wash?
I do.
Oh, okay. Speaking of cars, here you go. By popular demand.
What was the guy, Super Dave Osborne?
Yeah, it was a lot like that. Thank you, Chrissy, for letting me do it. Here we go.
Obviously, the salt on your car, you get just dirt. Dirt is terrible for your car.
Winter in Northeast Ohio and Western Pennsylvania. It takes its toll on you, and it takes its toll on your car.
The salt, especially when it's underneath, it's close to your rotors on your brakes and your gas line.
Chrissy Finaghy and her family have 2 car washes now. This classy, clean car wash in Hubbard is the newest state-of-the-art addition. And thankfully, with its new technology and purified water system, we can fight back against Mother Nature.
When we started building this one, they had brought that up to us that, it would be better for the cars so that you get all the impurities out of the water. And as you're rinsing it, all of those chemicals work better, getting your spot-free rinse, getting all of your waxes on there. And as it dries better, and there's no grime left on your car. It's just all in the water.
The water, the waxes, and the soaps, all of that formulated just the right way really makes a difference.
Like I said, if you have a little spot of rust or a little paint chip, anything like that on not only underneath but on top of your car, it just can go bad really quickly. As soon as the weather breaks, you should get that cleaned off as soon as the road's dry, because then you might be getting ready for another bout of snow. We lived in Northeast Ohio, so it's hard to say when it's going to do whatever it wants to do outside. So as soon as the roads dry up and that salt gets dry on the road, it's always good to come in and get your car cleaned off.
Chrissy says don't skimp when you get your car washed. The higher levels you pay more for will pay off down the road.
Everybody thinks that, oh, you're just trying to make extra money. No, we're not. What it is we're trying to help you preserve your investment. Your car is like a home. So it's not like you're going to go and just buy another one next week or in a couple of months. You have to preserve what you have. So that's what we try to help you do.
Now, the best way to try it is to actually try it.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to try it. You okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. A little nervous, Mike.
Oh, not as nervous as I am, I promise. Oh, no, not a car. My idea was to walk right through. And with the help of my daughter's sparkly swim goggles, I feel like I'm ready. First, just like the car, you got to get that power wash thing before you go in. It's very important. A little rinse, and the first of 3 wax applications come next. The overhead scrubber really did the job, and once I got around that, more spinners to make sure no speck of dirt was left. More wax to seal in the shine, plus a final rinse, and then the dryers. And here I am, sparkly clean and ready for the road. You don't want a super harsh thing on your car.
No, no, you do not.
If a human can get through it.
You got through it.
How much I owe you?
You're good, Mike. You're good.
All right, and I'm okay. I had a small shoulder issue, but everything after that was just fine. I know. I got in trouble. A lot of people were mad at me for doing that, said I would have got hurt. But
I was so mad at him, and it's hard not to watch it and get a little bit mad, but it's also very funny, and one of the reasons why we did this show, so
I could do things I want to do.
Yeah, live out his dreams.
Like be a game show host and walk through a car wash.
And bada bing, bada boom, here we did it.
Here we go. So there. All right, that's this week's Best of show.
Yes.
Next
time that you see us, we will have a new episode for you. You know, we run in a couple of reruns just to make sure everybody gets a chance to see us. But if you want to watch us online, you can. ValleySpotlight.com. Download our Roku channel. Subscribe on YouTube. Check out Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We have it all.
We do. We do have it all. And if that weren't enough, if we weren't in the Christmas spirit already, we thought we'd leave you with the good folks from Easy Street Productions and one of their numbers.
Yes, such great talent out there. And thank you to our Ron Flaviano, who makes sure that they have the video that goes along with all the parents and all the kids. So thank you, Ronnie. It's very nice.
Good work. Happy holidays, everybody.